Dancing when the stars go blue, dancing when the evening fell, dancing in your wooden shoes in a wedding
Dancing when the stars go blue, dancing when the evening fell, dancing in your wooden shoes in a wedding gown.
Dancing with the game, moonwalk on vinyl. Going down the grate, I'm a Tennessee Titan. Tell them put my DNA in an airlock vial. Remembering the soul of a Southside rider. In the SRT, burning keep on flower. Up in early 2000s in the nighttime hour. Soul searching like my heart froze on a web browser. But the devil down under can't match this fire. Yeah.
And we are live. Welcome to Square Work Media, and I'm your host Square, and I'm going to be reacting to a video and be talking about it afterwards. I will be pausing in between. I did not get permission from the persons whose video this is to react to it, but I honestly am trying to figure out everything and cause discussion, because, you know, I thought I liked Martin Speaks and his content and stuff, and today all I was trying to do was something genuinely sincere for him. And like, he's had issues with some of the people, specifically one guy that's threatened to rape and beat me up, you know, and you know, all I was trying to do is get his reaction. I guess his attention was too much about talking about this guy that, you know, he took it as offensive because I was streaming him like other people have both told me that you stream somebody can be seen as a compliment, or sometimes people do it, you know, to talk over and talk shit and stuff, and so I can see it can be seen either way. So I'll try to make sure to ask from now on, or just avoid doing that. But I'm going to be reacting to this video that's not a live stream, that's his reaction to someone else's reaction to Martin I'm talking about after. Let's get into the video.
So, anonymous dude, you didn't do a bad job here. I just want to do a quick reaction to your reaction video.
No, anonymous dude usually does a pretty good job at the stuff he does.
Of this live.
My comments coming up.
And
I only wish he wouldn't have, like, you know, I know he gets bored with me, and a lot of people do, because it's hard for me to stay on focus and track and stay on making a certain type of content. I'm all over the place, I get it.
I've never watched,
but, you know, now let's get back to
his
the
turds videos, so this ought to be interesting.
He's got a lot of shit in his room. That'll drive me nuts.
Like a little child.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still living with mom.
You know, some people just, and I'm not trying to, like, score brownie points for Martin or nothing here, but I'm just saying, you know, some people just have a lot of shit, you know. I'm one of them people. Maybe that's why.
Alright, well, I think... Oh,
Typical 30-something millennial, you know.
Well, okay, now that yeah, I take offense to that, because not every fucking millennial is lazy and don't want to work, dude. Not every millennial, like, I bet this guy probably thinks that I think this is my job. Yeah, I know it's not my job.
Unplugged from
dude.
life.
Really? How much proof do you need?
Everything.
And that wasn't a diss towards anyone either.
Videos of him saying that he makes jokes about 11-year-olds masturbating. I literally showed the video. There's proof right there.
Hey, every boy masturbated.
Alright, I'm going to stop you right there, PBR, because this is a small attempt at deflection. You're trying to excuse... One thing, look, I don't know who's right or wrong here, or if someone needs to be canceled. Because we've seen cancel culture used by radicals to just put out people that don't agree with their opinion or their traditional value, or not wanting their kids to be indoctrinated or stuff. You know, but obviously there are people trying to push narratives and stuff that society and many people are recognizing are dangerous, and they're dangerous ways to go. And you have people trying to use free speech, you know, to keep allowing that bullshit and abuse and bullying of people and everything. So I don't know if I said I wasn't supportive of cancel culture, and so I'm not sure if the guy needs his platform canceled for it. I definitely think he should take down the video. I think a lot of things. Let's keep watching.
You, and in fact, you still masturbate because you have no woman. Because
right there. How do you know that? I mean, how do you really know that? I'm sorry, but this is Squareverse. Fair and balanced, no spin.
Can't keep a woman.
See, how does he know that? I'm sorry, but unless you give some explanations behind these claims, you know, I'm gonna ask why. You know, maybe he'll make a response video. I doubt it.
So you still masturbate, and you masturbated then, and you masturbate now.
Mute.
It's a totally
mute. That's just mute to me.
Human function has nothing to do.
Like, and you wonder why there are so many people. Well, I better not say that, because then he'll be like, yeah, you have the same thing. No, I have people targeting me. You wonder why you created all. Well, you didn't create it all by yourself, but you wonder why there's so many people going at you, dude. Like, why can't you react to this video without attacking a dude's sexuality or something, you know? Why do people have to go there? That's just the question I got.
To do with pedophilia. Pedophilia is when someone is sexually attracted to
Dude, we know what pedophilia is. It's technically it's anyone under 18. They don't necessarily have to be prepubescent. You know, there are studies that I have read in books that said, especially books talking about the food and the pollution stuff, my friend's book, that said that there are 12 to 13-year-old kids already shooting blanks. Just because you're 12, 11, whatever, it don't mean that you're fully past prepubescence or whatever. Like, pedophilia is attraction to anybody basically below the age of, depending on your state, 18, 17. That's what pedophilia is.
Pubescent children. Okay?
At least in the United States, as far as I know.
By the time you're old enough to jack off, you're not prepubescent anymore.
Well, see, I'm not going to sit here and talk about when the first time I remember that I first done that, but I guarantee it was before I was in full-blown past pre-puberty. I mean, I don't know. Shit, that was forever ago.
Last night, I showed him my life.
And how does that make him a moron? Just because, like, wait, hold on. Let's go back. I talk too fucking much.
You masturbate now, woman. Because masturbated, even you.
Oh damn, he hadn't let the dude say anything. He just been talking shit this whole time.
And in fact, you still masturbate because you have no woman, because you can't keep a woman, because you don't know how to be a man. So you still masturbate, and you masturbated then, and you masturbate now. It's a totally natural human function, has nothing to do with pedophilia. Pedophilia is when someone is sexually attracted to
What does masturbation have to not do or do with pedophilia? The fact is, he's talking about that statement you made, whether it was hypothetical or whatever, dude.
Pubescent.
I know it was a joke in your mind and stuff, but, you know, a lot of people find it strange that you would even go there to consider that as a joke. You know, like, for instance, there's a lot of comedians who don't, or at least try their best, most of their acts or bits don't have kids in them, and if they do, it's certainly not in that type of way.
Children. Okay? By the time you're old enough to jack off, you're not prepubescent anymore.
Okay, I'm getting a health lesson from this guy.
Moron.
last night.
I guess I was a moron. I'm
showed him
sorry.
my live stream.
I guess he is
I don't
too.
just say things. I show him saying it.
Like I don't. No one's ever gonna get civil discussions if you can't avoid calling a person a name.
That was it.
That Power Strokes daddy probably sat there and rubbed one with him. I'm sure he did.
What was the reason for that, man?
Only evidence.
I mean, serious people may think I'm fucking like pausing it every 5 seconds or something, but seriously, like, this dude is not. You're reacting to anonymous dude's reaction to him, but like, you haven't. I don't know, man. Maybe this was a to react to. I don't know.
Only evidence he had, what he just said.
The fact that you.
I mean, what? You tell me, what's the difference in a piece of garbage like this running around calling people pedophiles that he knows nothing about?
Well, if he's calling you a pedophile, PBR, and you don't have a... I mean, if you're not a convicted pedophile, then I guess I would logically have to disagree with that. This is no spin. So, I may not necessarily appreciate or approve of your delivery style, but I mean, I do get what you and Anonymous Dude are mad about, I guess.
And joking about Power Strokes daddy being a pedophile. What's the difference? Maybe Power Strokes daddy was a pedophile.
Okay, so see, now you're trying to pull the whole they did it to me, so I'll create the I don't know if I agree with that either.
I mean, just saying.
Say I don't show any proof just shows that you've never acted.
I mean, yeah, you could say it's speculation, just saying, but I can tell by reading your body language right now, you're like, man, fuck these motherfuckers.
You're just like a weird.
I'm sorry, maybe it's just me, but that's what I feel like I'm seeing him think as he says that stuff. Like,
Well, why would he?
Pedophile. Anonymous dudes.
Your videos are very predictable. Okay, you're just like every other simp. Attention
alright, I got a...
seeking simp. Okay, everything you say can be predicted, so no one's really that interested.
The fucking weirdo pedophile support.
This dude made like.
I think Power Strokes' dad was the pedophile, and if you listen to the joke is about that, about Power Strokes' daddy, Frank.
I'm definitely going to have to check in with the chat, y'all, and see what y'all say about this shit, because I am fucking lost.
Swartz. Thomas Swartz being a
Nah, man, see.
pedophile.
Well, too late.
15-minute video, right? Talking shit about PBR, saying he was in the woods with men, and he went to the county and got all this paperwork, and then he got all this paperwork and paid for all these investigations and did all this stuff. He didn't do any of that.
No, he did. That's a lie.
And if he did, show the proof. And he should have showed it in the video where he got upset saying people don't show proof about anything. After he got done accusing PBR of, like, not owning his home and his wife.
Okay, well, if what Anonymous Dude says is there, I'd have to agree with. I mean, I agree with it.
Homes.
And the house next to him is just a little 2-bedroom trailer and all these things.
Two bedroom trailer. We got 4 foster kids here, and we're licensed foster care parents, and we got 2 adopted kids.
Things he said, right? And then he got mad. But at the end of the video, he didn't show any evidence. So I'm just asking, like, where's your proof he was
A trailer with a basement.
sleeping with another man in the woods? You know what I mean? You gotta have proof for that. I wouldn't say that about him as much as, I think he's a simp and everything.
Order that fucking
If it's
thinks
not
that
true.
Jimmy's a good guy or something when Jimmy's consistently
And
making.
he did say the 11-year-old thing, which was a bad joke.
Wasn't a bad joke. You know how many of these dumbasses been calling me a pedophile?
I mean, I'm gonna double down on Anonymous Dude, PBR. It was a bad joke. I mean, sorry. But not sorry, really, because, I mean, I get it. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I understand both sides, I guess. I understand Anonymous Dude's point and PBR. I just tend to more agree, I guess, with Anonymous Dude. Not because I like Anonymous Dude more than PBR, but just from the factual or logical basis of what they're talking about.
How many have made videos calling me a pedophile?
I honestly don't know the answer to that, but if it's a lot, then maybe I don't know.
Joke about Frank Schwartz's dad being a pedophile, and all of a sudden that's something horrible. I'm tired of hearing it. It's fucking bullshit, double standard nonsense.
I mean, if that's true, then maybe it's true. But you know, real life comedians, I mean, I know that's a fact. They wouldn't joke about that stuff. It's, I tell you, man, the internet's so fucking toxic.
You know what I mean? It's just not, that type of shit ain't appropriate. You know what I mean? I don't agree.
What's not appropriate to call
I agree.
people pedophiles either, but you know, hey.
That's the only real thing that he said. That
Maybe you shouldn't have made the. I mean, regardless of even if they maybe have hinted or made a video about you that suggested it, like why then turn around and make a joke about one of their relatives being what you don't like to be. You know, it's just fueling the flames. You know, it's a lesson that I've been needing to learn, you know, on here too. I mean, it's a lesson everybody needs to keep in mind.
I've basically said that's not cool. You
Man,
know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, you know, appreciate you, Anonymous Dude, but you millennials, you fuckers wouldn't have survived my generation. You wouldn't have
Man, if I didn't know this was going
survived the 70s and the 80s, because those kind of jokes would have been told on fucking TV on Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, things were definitely weirder back then, you know, but I don't know, like, I'm gonna have to look that up. They were told, jokes like that were told on TV. Look, I know Jimmy Savile was running loose back then, and nobody freaking knew about him and his crazy ass, but still,
You guys would have lost your minds all up in your fucking feelings all the time. You guys would have never survived some of the fucking television shows.
I don't know. I've watched some pretty rough ass television shows, but maybe I ain't seen some roughest ones. I don't know.
You know, like Fred Sanford and fucking
Sanford and Son. I've seen
Al Bundy, the Bundy.
I've seen the Bundys. Yeah, I know. They wouldn't air that shit today.
You guys wouldn't even have survived that. You guys would have had a meltdown.
I wouldn't have a meltdown. It's just, man, I don't even want to get into that.
Because those kind of jokes were very normal for my generation. And I'm tired of you millennials, okay, rewriting the rules and then going back and applying them to us.
It's not about rewriting the rules, man. It's about the fact that our generation sees a lot of the shit that has been happening, and your generation constantly wants to ignore the issues and not face them head on. No, that's my opinion.
As if we lived under your rules, and we didn't. Okay, when I grew up, freedom of speech was a thing. You know, we didn't get all up in our feelings. We laughed at comedy. We didn't get offended by.
Dude, you realize you just said freedom of speech was a thing, but you're critical about these other people. See, this is what makes us all conundrums. Don't nobody like no one making videos on them if they're intended for ill effect, which it just makes me think, why does anybody make videos on others for ill effect? But you know, he's talking about free speech, but I mean, have you ever read the whole thing of the Constitution? There's a lot more than just says ye shall have free speech, period. And there's some more written underneath there, man. But.
Comedy. And the raunchier, the better. My God, man, that some of the I try to think of some
I mean, yeah, there's a mood like where, like I like saw a lot of George Carlin's comedy, but you know, if I were to take George Carlin and play some of what he said in front of my granddad or some of my other family members, they wouldn't like it. They wouldn't find it funny. You know, it's comedy subjective.
Some of the shows that were on TV, I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's a lot of them, man, that you guys.
And some people that laugh at certain things, it's even in research that it's just it's disturbing, man. It's just
Meathead. What the hell was his name?
Other than that,
there were a lot of them.
what
dude.
else do you have?
He made fun of children, women, and everybody else around him that disagrees with him. Dude, you're supporting a.
The only people that disagree, Junior, are simps. Like
I guess I'm a simp. I mean,
you.
It's not that I don't look. When he talked about the cyberbullying thing, if that happened all was animate. Like I have so much stuff going on personally and with other things that I didn't get. Like I looked a little bit into the Kylie Rodney case. I reacted to some of Ryan Upchurch's videos, but they're amateur. And I don't sit up here on my stream, my little single, handed stream, and pretend to act like I know the answers. I mean, that's why there's a disclaimer and everything. And I mean, this is just my reaction and opinion. I think Psychobabble, I'm not saying he's an evil human being. I would be very quick, and I wouldn't want someone to judge me that quickly. But I think the joke was kind of unnecessary. And, I mean, I know it's, what's the word? It's self-embarrassing to reflect on things that you sometimes look back and remember you done. And you think, that things might have went a little bit better had you not been too extra. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, I've had that feeling before, going out to events with people or something, feel like I did something a little too much or tried to joke or talk about, there's just some things that's better left unjoked about. I mean, especially in big crowds of diverse people. That's all I'm saying.
That think if they just go along with anything Ryan Upchurch says, then he'll like them.
Dude, ain't nobody been, I ain't seen that from nobody. I ain't seen nobody said that we're going along with whatever church says so he'll like us. I mean, but I understand you're saying that that's their motive. But, I mean, you know how many people there are on here? Like, there's only so many people the guy could practically maybe give his time and attention to. Like that. I mean, I don't get, like, it seems like everybody that either supports or likes Ryan has got to be bad or on drugs or dumb. I mean,
and if they say anything against something, he says he won't like them, and that's their entire existence. Now, I'm
sure I've said stuff that if Ryan saw, maybe he wouldn't personally like. Like, sure, I mean, that goes, I think, both ways with everybody. But what is, I mean, I've seen things that I saw. I was reacting to something the other night, and there was some stuff he said I didn't really quite understand. Like, but it doesn't mean that I don't still like him as a person. Damn, what happened to the volume?
Okay. I want to try to.
No, not everybody cannot agree on everything, dude. I mean, if so, man, there would be no debates. Probably the word debate or argument wouldn't even exist.
Like them, and that's their entire existence. Now, in your case, you just want attention. Okay, you want to try to get noticed. Jump.
Dude, everybody's on YouTube to get noticed and get attention and to have their own little nook of the platform. What are you talking about?
jumping on the
Are you talking about they want to get Ryan's attention directly to get in the group? Is that what you're saying?
PBR bandwagon. You don't even know what this
PBR bandwagon.
whole controversy was about. You're too dumb to even research it. You don't even know how we got where we are today.
Oh, I know what it's about. It's about supposedly this. I think I can break it down pretty loosely. I don't know everything, but Ryan Upchurch started looking into the Kylie Rodney thing. A Venture with Purpose had gotten involved. I think they talked to Ryan and stuff, and Ryan had offered, what was it, a Hellcat or $100,000 for information or something. And he started going on true crime shows, and people started acting suspicious. And there was this Ickmel character, and then there was this anime character, and they had been there. And supposedly she swam like right over close near the body of water where the car was found. And so everybody, you know, suspicion. And then there was a video of Ryan saying Zanime a blank blank, Zanime a blank blank, Zanime a blank blank, and then. Next thing you know, half of the, well, not half, I'd say probably like majority of the fan base said, okay, it's suspicious as F, so what? And then there was a small minority saying, no, this is wrong, there's cyber science. And then PBR became one of the biggest voices saying that what Ryan did was wrong and he needs to apologize or whatever. And, you know, he hadn't obviously apologized. I don't even think the video's been taken down. And with the latest stuff going on that you hear about it, you almost wonder if all of this is putting... And this is why I didn't like Johnny, you know, because with the whole Kylie Rodney thing and Ryan getting involved with that, and then the Nicole Arbor BS, which we all know that's BS, you know, I think all this extra stuff just adding, you know, people don't understand that this internet stuff, and especially being such a big figure on a platform like this, and your family being recognized and stuff, like, I could not imagine, like, I think I have it bad with my targeting and hater. Man, I don't even know what it's like to have the level of Ryan Upchurch or, for instance, Greta Thunberg, just anybody that's been viral, like, because I haven't went full viral or nothing. I'm not as big as someone like that, but still, I can empathize that. How do we know that's not what's been having an effect on his family or whatever, you know? I mean, Johnny's been gossiping all about that, and we've watched it here and talked about it, and I almost wish we hadn't, because, you know, I don't know. YouTube, it seems like, is becoming more like gossip or lie tube. To me, it's just sad, man. It's just more and more every day. I just want to get off, and I know people like right now are like saying, well, then go, like, you know.
Hey, you just jumped in the middle and started making videos using what you felt was the most popular topic in the room. So let's keep it real.
A pedophile, he's not going to...
Who said... Who exactly do you say that about, PBR? Excuse me.
In your case, you just want attention. Okay, you want that's their entire existence.
You're talking about Martin?
You, in your case,
I think he's talking about Martin.
You just want attention. Okay, you want to try to you know, get noticed, you know, jumping on the PBR bandwagon. You don't even know what this whole controversy was about. You're too dumb to even research it. You don't even know how we got where we are today. You just jumped in the middle and started making videos using what you felt was the most popular topic in the room. So let's keep it real.
I mean, is that 100% real, though? I mean, if it is, then, you know, let me be humble for a second and say that I've probably made videos on stuff like that, and like not doing a lot of research or knowing a lot about the story. And yeah, it's speculative based, but you know, and I can see how that can make some people angry, but I mean, I do know a little bit about this, and this Mr. Martin character is new, and I had respect. I can't say I had. I mean, I still do have respect for him. I mean, he just got a little intense today, and you know, I don't deal with confrontation good, but that's whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not reacting to this video just because of Martin. I'm reacting to it because I remember seeing it earlier and stuff, but like, I honestly don't have any ill feelings towards either three of these people. These are all three people who have either been in their panel chat before or talked to them, whatever.
The pedophile, he's not going to sleep with you, Tom.
He's a pedophile, right? You just called him a pedophile, dude. Like, that's a heavy claim.
I gotta agree with Anonymous dude on that.
There is.
You know what I mean?
It-
Look at you.
It shocks me that, well, I guess it doesn't shock me because we're dealing with dumb people, right? But it's just odd to me to think that he believes that there's no consequences for that. And, you know, we all know there is. And I'm not sloppy and loose like you there, buddy. I'm calculated and cunning. That's why I'm a winner and you're a loser. That's why you still live with your mom and have toys in your bedroom, and you know, I'm self-sufficient adult male, right? With a spouse and children and all that, right? And you're just living at home with mom with toys on the shelf. That's the difference.
You rage. This dude was raging about people making false claims and stuff. You know what I mean? And just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean that. It's 2023, the year of the truth. You don't.
Yeah, it is.
You don't need a bunch of simps like this. It's getting dark. You don't need a bunch of simps like this in your life. And he is a simp.
I'm down.
He's a Power Stroke 5000.
That guy Babber tortured for 10 years. I doubt he could torture anybody. He might be annoying as fuck, but dude, it takes 2 seconds to fucking put that dude in his place. You think that man would ever actually talk to another man the way he does on the internet? Yeah,
Yep.
right.
I'd walk right up to you. I'd walk right up to you, buddy. Put my finger in your chest, and you would start making excuses. First, you'd start apologizing and say you didn't mean any of it. Then you'd make excuses, and then when I asked you to repeat it, you'd shut up. That's exactly what would happen. We both know that, don't we?
So, Creek Squad's not the first time he's done this, but it is.
I mean, you know, that is the truth. You go around making false claims against somebody. There seems to be an abundance of people these days that do it on the internet, and they don't ever think about the fact of that too many people think like the internet and YouTube is just is not real life. It's just pretend, but the way it's more and more integrated in our life, and the way businesses and corporations are using it with advertisers, and it's becoming, you know, people are using Roku and stuff nowadays, and not even general TV subscriptions anymore. So, like, it is part of real life, and when you have things on these platforms like this, they can spill off into real life, and it's not good.
Really, to be honest, because like if you go back and you look at any of his stuff, he's only been on the internet for about a year or so.
My YouTube channel, I think it's 14, 15 years. I've got videos that have over 80,000 views from 10 years ago. I don't know. You tell me.
Like in a real way. And he mostly talks about Creek Squad. Mostly. I mean, there's a few other things I can give a fuck less about, like the true crime stuff and Kylie Rodney. I made a video about it.
Never did a true crime video ever. Not a single one.
It was dumb. He was in the woods with them. What are you talking about? No evidence.
You gotta look in the drawers.
Oh, let's look for the attempt.
There's no
for the
evidence.
evidence.
There won't be any.
Oh, is it in this drawer? Oh, no, wait. It was in this drawer. Oh, I got it over here. Oh, is it in here?
Yeah, I don't even know what I put in
Oh, I
these
got
drawers.
so much shit in my room
As
with
I
all
find
these
it, you're
little
gonna
dogs.
feel like a fucking idiot.
Look at
I don't know.
that. Fucker's got stickers on his desk like a 13-year-old boy would have. Isn't that something? How old is this fucking?
I mean, I got stickers on my medicine cat. I mean, it's just something I did out of boredom, you know. But I'm defending you here, Martin. Oh shit! Fucking mouse.
So, anonymous dude. It's odd to me to think that he believes that there's no consequences. You want to try to...
So anonymous dude is actually talking live to him while he's doing this video. Where is the damn thing about the woods part we was at? There we go.
No, I mean, what do you have?
Of course, I can't find it.
That
But
he
people have
slept
seen it
with
on
another
stream.
man?
I literally drove to Crooksville and paid $50 for his fucking criminal record. And you...
Okay. So, anonymous dude.
Wouldn't you have it in paper then? To show it on camera? I mean, I'm
I
just
would
saying.
invite you to call him out on that right there because he just made that up.
Well, you kind of already are.
That is not true. And how we can catch him, or how you could catch him in a lie, I don't have time for the guy. Is really easy, and I would call him out on that. Okay, and just yank his pants down and make him stand there buck naked. Okay. If he came to the Crooksville courthouse, there's something very unique about that courthouse. Okay. There's something incredibly unique about it that would really stick out in your mind. There's no way you would go there and not see this and literally it be isolated in your mind, because you're not going to see this at any other courthouse. Okay, and you can see it from the street so very clearly, and you would go away remembering it. Okay, so I'll send you a picture of what that is, and then you do a video calling him out and have him describe the front of the Crooksville courthouse, and watch him fail.
You could do that with anybody. I also found out you could do it online. I didn't know that until
Okay,
after
so
I drove,
let's see it.
almost 4 hours. So
He drove
yeah.
for 4 hours and then found out you could do it online at the Crooksville courthouse.
You said you showed it online. I'm just curious. I don't have time to look through all your videos, and you just looked through a bunch of
didn't.
stuff.
No
And in the
such
video where you
documents
said all
exist.
this stuff and then acted like you're upset that people never do the homework to actually go get the receipts, that's what I'm saying. You made a whole video
You'll
saying
get
he
it.
was in the woods with another man, and I was waiting for the
I
receipts.
got the
like,
receipts.
oh, damn, this dude's got some. You had nothing. You didn't even show anything. You just said you had it, and now you're looking through your drawers.
You're an idiot, dude. That's like saying that the sky's not blue. You can't prove that. Are you serious? You know what I mean?
If you are claiming you came to Crooksville to find the sky's blue, sky ain't blue.
People have fucking videos and proof about this dude.
What?
Like,
What? That he
go
said a
suck his
bad
dick
joke?
somewhere else, man. I don't want to see that shit.
You're sucking.
Oh,
Ryan
really?
Upchurch's
Okay.
dick, dude.
Okay, I'll have to watch that.
It's not. He's
He
not.
did his balls
It's
or
not.
something.
It was a
It's-
man.
Listen, anonymous dude. In this guy's case, he's not even. You can't even give that to him. He's not even an Upchurch simp. He's just an attention seeker, and he's one of those kind of people that will go with whatever's popular in the room. That's the whole reason this woman dumped.
Guys, it's not pre-recorded. I'm sorry. I'm just now looking at my phone at the chat. I was trying to not look at it. Wow. Yep. That's a good thing I hadn't been checking it. Hey, Wolfsack. Sorry. No, it ain't good. Guys, I'm here. Sorry about this. Oh no, Jaw Wreck, you're not going to be in here. Anyways, let's continue. Yes, this is not pre-recorded, guys. I am reacting to this.
You remember the girl he shouted out in one of his first videos he made? You know, someone sent me a clip in one of his first videos he made where he like...
I always let you know whether it's pre-recorded or not. I mean, I wouldn't, you know... Unless, of course, I wouldn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Shouts out some girl's name. Okay. Well, she's had a long chat with him. And, you know, you got to be careful what you say on the internet there, buddy. Timmy. I'm going to call him Timmy. I mean, they call me some name that I've never heard before, so I'll call them a name. Timmy. So let's call him Timmy. Because trust me, if I was walking through a crowd and someone hollered out Jimmy, I wouldn't even turn around. No one's ever called me that, ever. So it's not a name I would refer to. So I don't even know what that's all about. But Timmy here is a liar, and he's one of these shallow dudes that he's going to agree with whatever's popular in the room. He's one of those kind of guys that he would even do it with music. Okay, let's say he fucking hates country music, right? If he got in a car with 4 dudes and they were rocking some Hank Williams, he would sit there and say that that was his favorite artist. He's one of those kind of guys. He's just fake and shallow. There's nothing real about him. He has no convictions. And he's very needy. That's one of the things that this girl spoke about the most, was that he's this really needy, whiny sissy. And every job he's ever gotten, he's ended up getting fired because he thinks every time they tell him to do something, it's like some personal attack on him. And it's just, he's just one of them dudes.
He got caught with another man. Literally, the fucking report says that there was 3 individuals caught in the park. One being a woman, his wife, and the other 2 being men. They were given fines for sexual activity in the park.
No, we weren't given fines for... No. I was charged with persisting because I was going to kick his fucking ass. Other than that, I just got in a ticket for public indecency, which would be the same as like taking a piss or something.
All of them?
And then Rusty Truck pointed out in his videos when he talked about it on live stream with the guys and made jokes about it, that's how I learned about it, that there's no way that his wife sat there half naked, by the way.
She didn't sit there half naked. He told her to freeze when she was trying to put her shirt on. And I said, no, she's going to continue putting her shirt on. You're going to shut up. And if you
it seems believable what PBR says.
Don't like it, then you and I are going to fight. That's what went down. And that's, if you went and got the receipts, you'd find out that's what they said.
Because that would be a lawsuit and he would be rich and he would live in an actual house and not a trailer.
Oh, you guys are so
It
smart.
takes 10 fucking
Yeah, I don't.
seconds. Dude, you support a fucking pedophile.
You,
I don't care if this...
listen, I'm not against...
So let's get this right. Crack Squad, everyone they have a disagreement with, the first thing they do is accuse them of being a pedophile. They've done it to Johnny Gobble. They've done it to everybody, right? I can Uncle Will, probably every single buddy he's had a disagreement with at one point becomes a pedophile. And, but I make a joke about Frank Schwartz's dad being a pedophile, which I really think he is. I mean, I genuinely believe that. Then I'm the worst guy in the world. Yeah, okay.
That people do wrong, like that bad joke that PBR.
Because I
did,
genuinely
like, bad
believe it. I
taste.
didn't just say it to
But
say it. I
listen,
do genuinely believe
Other
he
than
is.
that, all this shit
I
that
gotta
they're
think-
saying.
Yeah, at least me and the anonymous dude will agree that it was a bad joke. Like, PBR probably shouldn't have said it. But obviously this guy's going a little far, maybe, and he could be stretching the truth. I mean, that's just on first. And I have to say that, too, sort of, kind of, after the way he had treated me today. He started laughing at the fact that he said, oh, he's getting scared. He's getting scared. Well, like, dude, I come to you and tell you about a group harassing me and threatening me, and your thing is to double down and do the same thing. Like, again, I left you a message saying I apologize for doing it. You won't ever hear or see me in your chat again, trust me.
For young
It's
boys.
just lies, dude, to simp, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm calling this guy out for, and that's what he was so upset for.
Shit about the man in the park wasn't true.
You know, you gotta, you
Just like the Workyverse will never see me in their chat or anything anymore. Like, they can keep coming in. I'll just keep blocking them. Same thing we've been having to do with our cell phones. Just keep blocking them.
gotta wonder about a guy in his late 50s hanging out with tweens all the time, the way Thomas does. Thomas doesn't hang out with anybody his own age. He hangs out with tweeners. He hung out with his son's friends all the time. That's why I think he is a pedophile.
That's all you have? That's your excuse for liking him?
So now you're just saying that
But
you're
me,
not
the
sure
guy
even
that's
if
been
that's
married
true,
3
but you
times.
said for sure that it was true. That's what I'm calling you out for, Dan. You say
made
a
all
bunch
that
of
up.
shit about people and you have no fucking evidence. And when you scramble through your drawers, like, that's a heavy claim. You know what I mean? Like,
Imagine having that mug and being bald. And then you wonder, you know, that's really why he's who he is. You know, that's why he's so desperate for attention. He's so desperate to be liked by the biggest dirt bags on the internet, you know, because he didn't even know what side to be on. He didn't realize had he been on the right side, like all the common-minded folk, he would have been able to build a long-lasting channel and long-lasting fan base. But since everything he does is artificial, and he clings to the small palette
Everything made is artificial, dude. What are you
of dirt
talking
bags, it's all temporary. It's none of it's going to last. It's unsustainable.
Okay.
So
if it's just a joke, just say, oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I
it was
get,
a joke and he wasn't
I get what he's saying. I
really
get what he's
fucking
saying.
another man, it was a girl. But you're calling him a pedophile, right? You've called him a pedophile, for sure. And then you say now he's gay, too, right? Because he was fucking another man in the woods.
Okay, so yeah.
That's what you were saying in your videos. Yet you have no evidence, dude.
The man
Yeah.
because you think that's not true. He
I mean, it's the same thing with the people saying it about me, but I digress. We're not here to talk about me.
literally said an 11-year-old kid masturbates and his dad taught him how to do it.
yeah, I think Power Stroke's dad is a pedophile, and I think he hang around
No.
with all the young.
No. I'm gonna have to cut you off there, Jimmy. Let's just scoot on ahead a little bit.
Two young boys.
I like.
Sorry.
I have respect for his father, and them. They were nice to me. Like,
That's okay
bad.
with you?
speculate that shit on your
You're
own channel.
You're overlooking that because you don't want to believe the story about the
No,
park.
but what I'm not willing to do, right, is just totally lie and follow along with the crowd just to be a fucking simp like you.
Yeah, isn't that?
That's
You're
what
a
I'm telling
pedophile,
you.
dude.
And you're a fucking simp.
Only
dude.
pedophiles defend other pedophiles.
And
I ain't gonna take
how
it
do you
easy.
know he's
Holy shit! You just called anonymous, dude. Bad.
yeah,
Salutations.
you blocked me. You blocked me. Do you know why?
It is public record. He's just an idiot. Don't even
What's
talk
public
to him,
record?
Scuba. It takes fucking 10 seconds to research.
Old Scuba Sam. Be careful. You're awful close.
I don't think it would take 10 seconds to research and get a full arrest report, detail everything. You might be able to, 10 seconds, technically, literally, like, get a list of charges pulled up or sent to you or something. But I don't think you can get all the details of all the receipts in just 10 seconds.
Scuba Sam.
What up, Ron?
Was I being too anal retentive on that point?
Man, that's an OG right
Aren't
there.
you? You're a little too close, ain't you there,
Go
Scooby?
beat your ass for a can of fucking Mountain Dew.
Scooby, you're a
Johnny
little too
Gobble made a
close.
Sam Ryan.
So anyway, that's where he totally hid me from his
I wouldn't be
chat.
running your mouth.
Because again, he knows he can't find the.
Something I
Yeah,
believe.
That's
a
okay
bad-
with you?
No.
In days.
Whoops.
Life. For
You know he's
Salutations.
you block,
Dude.
and you're a fucking.
Don't even
What's
talk
public
to him,
record?
Scuba. It takes fucking 10 seconds to research.
old Scuba Sam. Be careful. You're awful close.
Scuba Sam.
What up, Ryan? That's an OG right
Aren't
there.
you? You're a little too close, ain't you there,
Go
Scooby?
beat your ass for a can of fucking Mountain Dew.
Scooby, you're a
Johnny
little
Gobble
too
made a video.
close.
Sam Ryan.
So anyway, that's where he totally hid me from his chat.
I wouldn't be running your mouth.
Because again, he knows he can't find the receipts. He didn't go anywhere.
No.
And if he did, prove it. You know what I mean? I don't have time to look through all the videos.
There's only one reason why you have never seen said document. And one reason only. Okay? Don't even need to say
In the
why.
main video where he accused him of all this stuff, he didn't provide any of the receipts that he said he had.
No.
That's what I'm telling you guys. And then he got mad because he said that
He paid.
like-
No, wait. Let's remember what he said. He said he drove 4 hours to the Crooksville courthouse and paid $50 to get a public record from the Crooksville courthouse. What he said.
there's evidence that for sure he was in the woods with another man, and he knows that shit ain't true. You know what I mean? He knows it was a chick. Like, why? If you disagree with somebody, that's fine, but you could see the simps, YouTube. I'm just pointing out the simps to you. That's what I'm gonna do. Rusty truck, simp.
Big time.
Fucking cuck simp. Power stroke, huge simp. Like, and now Ryan wants to build.
And Thomas Schwartz, he is.
I don't
he's
know.
not
I
only
don't like that word.
surround-
I don't like that word. I mean, you know, if you're gonna start labeling people stuff like that, why not, you know, use all the old school labels too that everybody, no one uses because they're made for hate. Like, I just don't like labeling people.
surrounds himself with young boys. Okay. He's very insecure. That's why he hangs out with little boys. He don't hang out with people his own age.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
And
Yeah.
if you, almost every single person like him,
He's a good boy.
you can predict them, right? They're very shallow, and they need attention, and they need to be looked at like the smartest person in the room. So how do you do that? Well, you can't surround yourself with people your own age because they're going to look at you like a fucking knucklehead. So you surround yourself with people your kid's age, and then you kind of feel like an authority figure while you sit there staring at those little fine hairs on their legs, like
No, we're not gonna do that.
fly any fucking where, any time, any place. There isn't a goddamn thing inappropriate about it, and I'm tired of hearing it. And I'll post another one exactly fucking like it, and
No, we're not gonna talk about no inappropriate shit like that on here, bro.
you can
start,
report that.
yeah. That's my reaction to that. I'm just gonna stay out of that. You know, I mean, overall, I think they all make points, but then again, like I said, I wish we'd get along.
Son of a bitch till you're blue in the face, and I guarantee you it won't get taken down because it's a goddamn joke, and it's supposed to be meant as a goddamn joke.
Bro, okay. So, you alright. Well, Psychobabble, if you think joking about pedophilia is okay or whatever, or the fictional story or metaphysically created imaginary story outlining an act or something of that is okay to joke about. And we might as well say, like, you know, yeah, it's just like with some people trying to argue, you know, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with making jokes on other things, and I'm not going to go into them, but some of y'all could probably figure out what I'm thinking of. And yeah, there is a problem with making jokes of them. That's
What the hell is wrong with you people? That you're all up in your fucking feelings all the time over bullshit.
well, we have a lot of stuff going on with people getting caught doing stuff. I mean, and it's an epidemic, especially online YouTube. You know, there's channels dedicated to catching them.
I mean, Jesus Christ, laugh at it for what it is and move on with your life. I think Thomas Schwartz is a fucking pedophile that touched
No, sorry. Good thing I clicked the leave button. I'm sorry. Oh, Martin's live. We're not going to watch that. Maybe I can react to some of this.
He is the man the nation was waiting for to be arrested, the suspect in the Idaho student's murder case. Now he is in custody, and prosecutors say he is the one responsible for the violent stabbing deaths of Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee in Moscow, Idaho. Tonight, we are live from Monroe County, Pennsylvania, where the accused killer made his first court appearance.
Man, I swear to God, dude. Tell me that ain't Ted Bundy's fucking reincarnated fuck. Man.
What did he look like? What did he say? And where will he be next? Plus, we are live in Moscow, Idaho at the Leda County Jail, where the accused killer will be housed pending his trial for 4 counts of first-degree murder. Tonight, full coverage and all the latest information in the Idaho student's murder case.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thanks so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. Great to have you back with us. It's 2023. It's a new year. Now, normally you say Happy New Year, but as we talk about what happened to these Idaho students, I don't think we can say that. I think we just say it's a new year. Because for these families...
I'm all right, Jen. Hope you're doing well, man.
The journey is just beginning. It is just starting out for them. And for them to think of the word happiness this time of year, impossible. Impossible. You've just gone through a holiday season without your son, your daughter, your sister.
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. We want to get to the details, and
Brian
I don't want
Kohlberger.
to get my stream down.
He was here, even though we expected that he was going to waive his right to an extradition process and he was going to agree to go to Idaho. This still was about a 20-minute hearing in front of Judge Marguerite Worthington, and she made sure she went through each of the items.
Oh, crap. I apologize, guys.
Watch this page turn in the process for Brian Koberger. He was here, even though we expected that he was going to waive his right to an extradition process and he was going to agree to go to Idaho. This still was about a 20-minute hearing in front of Judge Marguerite Worthington, and she made sure she went through each of the items to make sure that this was a voluntary decision by this suspect. She asked him if he was agreeing to this because he was promised something or because he felt pressured, and whether or not he was satisfied with his representation. He did also confirm that he felt like this was in his best interest to face these charges in Idaho and not fight extradition. He also said that he's not on any medication, didn't have any mental health issues that would prohibit him from making this voluntary decision. But seeing him inside of the courtroom today, a first time for me. Someone who seemed very confident. He kept his posture very erect, head held high when he walked in, and seemed stoic for the most part. But when he locked eyes with his family on that front row of the gallery, that's when you saw the emotion. He did a lot of nodding to the judge when she was asking him those questions, seeming to tell her he understood this, that this is a process that he's been informed of, and he understands where things are going from here. Here's a listen to the district attorney here in Monroe County who had an idea of why he believes that waiver is coming so quickly from this suspect.
That is amazing that he's, I mean, you know, usually people will waive extradition, you know, on regular small charges, but a quadruple homicide, you know, either he's about to go to court and pull another, what's a good word for it? Another, what was that crazy guy's name? Another Ronnie O'Neal and try to defend himself, or Daryl Brooks, who knows, or Ted Bundy. I don't know. Maybe he's going to go back there and plead guilty and wants to go to prison. I mean, you never know what some of these people are thinking. He says he's got no mental health issues as far as he's aware. His family might have been like my family, the type to not believe in psychiatrists and stuff.
It is a quirk, apparently. It's
you know, obviously we all don't believe that way now.
not in the norm of the states I'm familiar with that Idaho does not release their probable cause affidavit in support of their arrest warrant until after their defendant is brought or returned to that state. But having read those documents and the sealed affidavits of probable cause, I definitely believe that one of the main reasons the defendant chose to waive extradition and hurry his return back to Idaho was the need to know what was in those documents.
Yeah, he probably is filled with curiosity on what it is possibly they got on them. Yeah, he was going to school for criminal justice, Jen. Yeah, he'd finished some school. I think criminology and psychology, if I'm not mistaken.
And there's a lot of people who wanted to know, needed to know here at the courthouse today. There were cars upon cars of media watching and waiting for what was going to happen. This courtroom sat 200 people, and most of those chairs were filled up today. Here's a look at what it looked like outside today for most of the day. There was a lot of security that was needed to block off the roads. These officers wanted to make sure that Kohlberg was safe coming in and out. They didn't announce exactly how he was going to be getting in, but we did get that video of him. Would be. Here's a listen to one man that we spoke to.
Before and after the murders.
He was pretty strict as far as grading goes. When he came into class, he was very, not super mentally present. He would stand up at the front, look at the ground. He had a lot of like boilerplate responses he would give people rather than, maybe something he had thought up on the spot. It seemed like he would be, he'd come in knowing what he was going to say to like most interactions. And then when he would grade your papers, he would be grading you on what he ended up calling like a higher standard. But what it really felt like to us was he was grading us like he would have graded himself as a PhD student. And so that was just kind of like, you know, we were all annoyed by him. And so I knew his name, you know, I knew like, oh, T.A. Bryan, like he sucks at this. Like he's grading us too harshly. And that was like an annoyance. But obviously beyond that, we just thought he was a little weird and kind of, you know, a bad grader. It would have been about a month before winter break when like the murder.
I would say he's more than that. I'll change this edit to I react to multiple things. I don't want people think I'm trying to clickbait. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm about to play a game and end this live, y'all. I'm probably going to go to sleep, but y'all can talk to me on the live and your comments will be on the game. I'll stream from my PS4. Everyone have a great night. This is the end of the stream. Take care of yourselves. Peace and blessings.